morning, Braves. This is the Manalapan High School Bravecast, your weekly news program showcasing everything Manalapan High School. And now, here are your news anchors.
Good morning, Manalapan High School. Today is Friday, December 8th. I'm Jayla George.
And I'm Gabby Gendy, and welcome back to the Bravecast.
We would like to start off today's broadcast by highlighting a student who has truly helped build our school's culture of respect.
Student Tanya Thomas has demonstrated exceptional compassion and kindness toward her peers, making her classroom feel more inclusive and supportive.
Well, Gabby, it is great to see this student taking her initiative to help out her fellow Braves. You know what is also amazing about this student? I see them volunteering their time in the school store every morning.
Talk about dedication. We thank you for all that you do for Manalapan.
Keep up the great work, Tanya. And now, Braves, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by a few students in the Student Transition Employment Program.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
The Student Transitional Employment Program will be continuing the annual tradition of fundraising for St. Peter's Soup Kitchen through the end of December.
As we move into the colder months and towards the winter holidays, we humbly ask for your assistance in allowing our students to visit your classrooms and ask for donations to help support the less fortunate. And now with Lead for Diversity member Antonio Santana for our weekly Culture of Respect segment.
Braves, we have built our culture of respect as a community since the beginning of September, and it's important we keep up this positive attitude. I had the chance to interview students and staff on why they feel this mantra is important to our school community. When you hear the term culture of respect, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Being kind to people and don't judge a book by its cover. Being open to the needs, interests, and feelings of others.
Showing respect out of the kindness of your heart and not expecting a reward for it.
As we continue to build the culture of respect, I just want to introduce our new Vice Principal, Mr. Prasadi. Mr. Prasadi, what are you looking forward to most about joining our community here at Manalapan High School?
Well, I'm just trying to do what I can to continue to build on the culture of respect that's evident to me. I've heard a lot about the culture of respect that Mr. Curry and the staff and students have implemented here, and I would say in my first 2 days it's clear and obvious. The smiling faces in the hallways, students coming up to me, introducing themselves, shaking my hand, saying good morning. Those are little things that I think we take for granted, and to see that in action is heartwarming, to be honest. And it's something that we want to build young adults that are going to be able to go on beyond high school and do the right things, and we're setting that foundation here. My first day, 2 students in Mrs. O'Donnell's class asked me if I thought Manalapan High School was the best school in the district, and I would say after 2 days the answer is unequivocally yes. This school is unparalleled with how the behaviors are and what I'm seeing. I'm really excited to continue to build on that as a leader and lead by example in the culture of respect.
Thank you so much, Mr. Prasadi. This has been Antonio Santana. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Antonio. From all of us here at Bravecast, we want to wish you a warm welcome to our Braves family, Mr. Prasadi. Now for some junior news. Today is the last day to apply for this summer's New Jersey Scholars Program. If interested, you must email Mr. Pataky before the end of today. If selected, you will be asked to submit a full application the first week of January. The Governor's School of New Jersey in the Sciences and Engineering and Technology are 2 intensive honors academic summer programs. If you would like to be nominated for a spot in either of these 2 programs, you must craft an email to our guidance supervisor, Mr. Pataky, expressing your interest no later than 7:30 a.m. on Thursday, December 14th. Seniors, if you're not sure what's next for you after high school, consider registering for the Brookdale Community College informational visit next Tuesday, December 12th at 9 a.m. through your SCOIR account to explore all the possibilities and opportunities available to you once you leave Manalapan. On today's broadcast, we want to remind you that here at Manalapan, your safety and well-being always come first. If you or someone you know is struggling, there are people here to help. Do not be afraid to turn to a trusted adult, teacher, coach, or counselor in the building for support. If you scan the QR code to my right, it will direct you to our school's mental health resources. These resources are always available to you 24/7. And now, Braves, in front of the school this past Wednesday, Stephen Rousseau and Evan Zaretsky filmed the weekly Bravecast Sports Report.
Evan Zaretsky joined by Steve Russo out in front of the school, and this is your Manalapan Sport Report. Starting off with a winter sports preview. Boys basketball, they ended last season 12-13, and Anthony Ledger is the guy to look out for this year. Superstar. He ended last season with 313 points. Big guy.
Yeah, Evan, he was the lead catalyst for the offense for basketball last year in his junior year, and it's going to be incredible to see what he's able to do for his encore season his senior year. And I think a huge improvement for boys basketball this year and how they're going to improve is they got to beat teams above them in the standings, teams with better records than them. Last year, they always took care of business against the teams below 500, and that's a skill on its own, not looking past lower-level teams. But now you got to move up the standings, you got to beat teams above you.
And moving over to girls basketball, they ended last season 7-15, but I think this is going to be a huge bounce back year for them.
Yeah, I think that record's a little inflated. Going 0-8 in shore play against teams in the shore, that's not very unlikely to happen this year. And I think even if they just split that, go 4-4, that record doesn't look as bad.
Exactly. And moving over to track, I was talking to Coach Rigby a few weeks ago, and he was telling me some runners to look out for heading into this winter season are Gabriella Daly and the men's 4x4 relay team. And staying on the topic of track, congratulations to Stephen Cavellis, who's continuing his athletic career at Rutgers University.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge loss for us, but Rutgers is getting a great athlete. Moving over to hockey, opening night tonight against Manasquan at JSA. Puck drop 7:30. And Manalapan has a bitter taste in their mouth after last year. It was a crazy game they lost to Manasquan 8-6. Notably, they had the lead 6-4 going into the third period, 4 unanswered goals. But this is a vengeance game. There's no perfect way to start the season than beating a team that basically embarrassed you last year.
Yeah, exactly. And Manasquan, huge team to beat, as you said. And Friday Night Lights, crowd is going to be fantastic.
The barn's going to be buzzing, Evan. The barn is going to be buzzing. Now let me ask you, final score predictions for tonight.
I'm going 3-2.
I'm going to go 3-1, flip it a bit. Last time they had a shootout, basically goals all across the board. Now I think it's more of a defensive game. And also, you talked to Espo last week when we went to the hockey rink. He seems confident. Yeah. I don't think he's letting a lot of goals past him this year.
No.
Until next time, back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Stephen and Evan. What a great sports report as usual.
Absolutely. With some more exciting extracurricular news, we would like to congratulate all the amazing members of the band, choir, and orchestra for their fantastic performance last Tuesday at their annual winter concert.
It was so much fun being part of my first winter concert with the choir. I am blown away by how well everyone did at this concert.
I couldn't agree more, Kira. You did an amazing job.
Well, thank you, Jenny. So did you. Braves. I know marking period 1 just ended, but starting next week and moving into January, your teachers will start discussing with you course recommendations for the 2024 to 2025 school year.
There are a great number of courses and electives you can take here at Manalapan. Use the QR code on screen to see the full list of electives offered.
I was looking at the site just yesterday, and let's just say there's a great variety of courses you can choose from.
I know, Kira, but Braves, let's remember that you're not alone in your academic journey. Please make sure you are reaching out to your teachers or the guidance department with any concerns of courses on your course recommendations.
And now, Braves, to highlight our Braves Varsity Ice Hockey team opening game versus Manasquan at 7:30 tonight, our producer Gracie Petner and the Bravecast team produce a Braves Ice Hockey hype reel.
Thanks, Gracie, for making this great hype reel. Looks like our hockey team has a really great season ahead of them. Hey guys, it's Jacob. I'm back on Bravecast. Last night at sunset was the first of 8 nights of the Jewish holiday Hanukkah, also known as the Festival of Lights. Become the bright light for others when their world is in darkness. Aryan. Hanukkah is not really about lighting candles and giving each other gifts. It's about being the light in someone else's day and or life. Happy Friday. Today's an E-Day. Go out there, be brave, have a very happy Hanukkah for those who are celebrating. Have a great weekend, Braves, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya!